This video is brought to you by the Patreon squad. Head on over to patreon.com/AntPruitt and sign up to join my Patreon squad. I appreciate all of my Patreon members. Thank you so much for your continued support. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am Aunt Pruitt. I hope you're doing well. I'm unbelievable as always. Sorry for getting this video out so late. Man, my bad. But I wanted to do just a quick little review / rundown of this action cam that I picked up. And by action camera, I mean something that's similar to what the folks at GoPro produce. But this is not a GoPro. This is I call it a faux pro. This is I can't even pronounce the name. I need to read it off the screen. This is a Pruitt Dog 4K 16 megapixel camera. I'll just put a link to this thing in the bottom of this video. Yeah, this is a little action camera. It's similar to a GoPro. It's a GoPro knockoff, and overall I think this thing does quite all right. You just saw some of the footage that I created with this thing. It does has its limitations. Now on the front, it does say that it is a 4K camera. You can shoot in 4K, but I advise not doing that. It is really, really bad 4K. I don't think the processor that's inside of this can actually handle 4K footage. It'll try to record it, but it will look really bad. It will look really choppy. Also, that means you can shoot lower resolutions such as 2K and also HD 1080p. I don't recommend shooting in 1080p. It just doesn't look as great. I don't know why. The sweet spot that I've found has been shooting in 2.7K, and the resolution that you just saw on the video was pretty much 2.7K, and I thought it looked fairly good. It comes with about I think it's a 1300 milliamp battery, so you get a decent amount of battery life out of it. I do recommend buying some extra batteries just to be safe. It has an internal microphone, and it also has a micro SD card and a couple extra ports on the side. You have a charging micro USB port as well as a micro HDMI. I have not used the micro HDMI. I don't plan on using that, but I have used the micro USB port a time or two just for charging, but I ended up getting an external charger for my batteries, so I don't have to worry about plugging in this thing to a computer or anything like that. The microphone on this thing, not very good. It's just not very good. When you put this device inside of its little waterproof housing, I don't know where I put it. Oh, here it is. When you put this thing inside of its waterproof housing, the microphone really goes to crap. It just doesn't sound good at all. But that's okay, because if you have it in a waterproof housing, you're probably using it for underwater or something like that, and so you're not going to get a lot of sound underwater anyway, other than just the gurgling sounds of water. If you want to try to vlog with it, I would recommend using an external microphone, such as something like a Zoom H1, and just plug up a lav mic or something like that. But yeah, do not rely on this thing's microphone. I do not recommend it. One other thing I do not like about this is once you change out the batteries on this device, you have to go back into the settings and set up the date and time again. For whenever you take the battery out, all of your date and time settings get wiped out. That is totally annoying. Fortunately, you can fix that within a couple of clicks. The menus on this thing is not too bad to get through, but that's just something you have to train yourself, that once you set up the battery, make sure your date and time is squared away. It also comes with a little remote control that you can put onto your wrist to control it, to tell it when to record or when to snap a photograph. That works pretty well. It comes with a mobile app that is some random knockoff mobile app. It does what it needs to do as far as getting your items downloaded from your device via Wi-Fi connection to your mobile device. And that's fine, but if you want to try to record from that mobile app, I don't recommend it, because it defaults it down to a lower quality 1080p. No, actually it defaults it down to a 720p resolution when you try to record from that app. So don't do that, just use the remote control. But again, overall, I think this is a pretty good value. You go out and try to find a GoPro, you're going to spend several $100, anywhere from $300 and up, depending on the model of the GoPro. But this one here, I got it at the time, I've had this for a couple months now. I think I got it for about $40, $45. Right now, I'm looking at it on Amazon. It is $31.99. For that price, it's well worth it. You can get pretty decent footage with this to use for B-roll, or just as an extra shot for like maybe a wide shot or overhead shot or something like that. That's how I'm going to utilize it. This will not be my primary camera, but I think this will serve me well when it comes to B-roll and other little points of interest. So that's the Bowie J Dog action camera, also known as a Faux Pro. I say give it a try. I'll put a link to it in the bottom. Thank you again for watching this. Thank you again to all of my Patreons. A shout out to my man, Mr. Vince Ferrari, showing up on the screen right now as one of our patrons. I appreciate your support. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to share it with other photography fans or people that are just interested in photography. hit the like button and leave me a comment below with any of your thoughts on this camera or any questions that you may have. I appreciate y'all again. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get a little more footage done and a little more work done and get ready for the next project. Until then, y'all get out there, create, and dominate.